All right, well, it's time for one of these teams to get the win anyway.
Yep, gonna kick things off with Ruins.
Ah, yes, the good old Ruins. It's kind of a crazy point, the way that the control point is sort of down in that pit, you know? It's kind of like the pit of despair. You don't really want to be in there if your team controls it, because you'll probably just get killed.
But you have to be in there to make sure the enemy team doesn't control it.
Well, you have to get in there, you know, to stall it out. You kind of like dip your toes in during a fight, but you don't want to jump in there as much as possible. Libero is a pretty notable Mei player, so we'll see if he actually goes with it for this point. Be a little bit interesting.
And Saya player right now showing the Widowmaker could swap off of that, but I mean, we have seen Widow coming out on Ruins.
Yeah, it's not a bad point for it.
Okay, actually looks like he will be swapping over, so actually going to be moving to the Tracer.
Okay.
Not kicking things off with his McCree, his most played today.
And Libero on that Diva now, which makes a bit more sense than the Mei as well. So Saya player gets on board, and man, Saya player versus Bunny, rather, is quite the Tracer matchup. I'd love to see a duel between those guys, yeah. Libero up, chasing down Alarm. Alarm has to back away. Carpet goes down a little bit early in the backlines, and Saya player already kind of staking his claim on the point here.
Yeah, he's dashing into the backline, trying to get onto Twinkle, burn him down as best as possible.
Yeah.
I think he'd also settle for Proof, but he goes low, has to go back with the recall. Still only, it's about 80 HP, so has to peel back pretty hard, and that's going to be BK Stars establishing dominance off the bat as they go ahead and get the first cap of the point.
Yeah, going for a little bit more of a divey composition as we see Bunny try to harass Meta right now, but using that Genji, using that Winston, just trying to be a little bit more aggressive. You know, we saw Meta Athena talk in the pre-video about how they wanted to be the aggressors, but right now it's all BK Stars. Bunny going for that ult, but not able to find any kills with the pulse bomb just yet. Carpe does get one though.
Really good recall there from Bunny, getting himself out of dodge, keeps himself alive for the time being. And BK Stars, they've been doing really well to hold this point, taking out Hoon.
Yeah.
That's going to put a big stopper on the meta's advance, and also just really deny that ultimate charge away from the Zarya. He's at 60% at the moment.
I mean,
so we still has a ways to go.
We might see a bit of a ult-oriented fight from the meta coming in soon. They're going to have him soon, but BK Stars very close to having a few more even. Alpha now over on the Winston. Meta Athena making choices there. They swap over to the sound barrier and pop it right away. Carpe has the Dragon Blade out though. Looking for kills, gets one on Libero, who's now on the Reaper, but not able to find a whole lot else. Meanwhile, Meta Athena taking half of that control meter, but not able to quite hold on yet, it looks like.
Yeah, they're able to get rid of Chris and Alpha at the end of that, so
yeah,
Meta still going to be respawning, and Hoon still only getting 20% charge off of that push, so still needs to build up, try to get that Graviton surge. You can see Saya player has that pulse bomb ready to go, could be looking for the Big Bang combo.
Yep, so
they need to have the setup, and they need it to work. If they can deny that pulse bomb away from Saya player, dodge it out. If he doesn't place it correctly, that could be the game going over to BK Stars.
There we go. Hoon looking for an opportunity with his Graviton Surge. He's going to go ahead and drop it down. Where's the combo? Saya player not even needing that pulse bomb, man. He just unloads with the left click, and that's going to help them maybe take the point for the first time here on Ilios.
Yeah, it's looking like it. You can see Bunny dashing in, trying to deny the cap as best as he can, but he has to peel back before he loses his life. So the cap does come through from Meta. 93% gain for BK Stars, but now they're going to be fighting from the back foot, have to get the retake. Have a couple ultimates to work with. Self-destruct only almost coming in for Benar.
Yep, 93% for BK Stars right now. Pretty close, but you know, if Meta can hold it, they can catch up easily. Hoon having to back away, going down about half health. Has to avoid the Winston here. Alpha gets a kill on Approve though, and BK Stars starting things off a little bit short-handed here as they try to push Meta Athena back.
Yeah, Libero also just sitting on this Death Blossom, ready to just dive into the middle of the pit and use that if he needs to, but again, can just hold on to it for a considerable amount of time. Meta are able to hold the point as they tick up past 40%, get, I believe that was 5 kills onto BK Stars. A really nice hold by them. Didn't have to expend too much as well.
Yeah, I feel like we may see Alarm have to swap away from this Winston. It's a pretty hard hero to run into the Reaper, of course. I mean, you know, Reinhardt isn't ideal maybe on this point, but it might be time to swap as soon as you use that Primal Rage. Libero gets the nano boost, going to look for some kills here. A little bit confused, finds Proof though, going after a burner now on that Diva. Blocking a little bit of the damage, but overall Meta Athena, again, still having no trouble at all holding this point. And no kills from that self-destruct on the BK Stars side of things. Libero not even needing to use that Death Blossom. Messiah player picks up a kill on the opposing Tracer. Bunny going down.
Wow.
Goodbye burner. He's just going to end himself there, it looks like. And 75 control percent now built up for Meta Athena. They are getting pretty close to taking the lead here.
And yet again, they didn't have to use much of anything. They use the Nano Boost coming up from Nuss. They used the Primal Rage from Alpha, but Sire Player, he's got a Pulse Bomb back. Hoon still has the Graviton Surge. Libero still has the Death Blossom, so there's still a ton of combo potential, and we might be seeing that right now. Shield does come down from Alarm, trying to keep the team alive. He pops the Primal Rage, and he'll jump out. Now that's going to be Dragon Blade into the Nano Boost, coming through on the card, baby. He falls immediately. Libero taking him out, and it looks like the meta are just trying to turn this on its head, but it's not working out for them. Only one kill picked up, and BK Stars, they're starting to advance back. You can see Hoon trying to peel back onto the high ground into the pit, but he's just getting chased out by Alarm consistently, and that's going to be the recap coming through for BK.
Yeah, Burner was a hero in that fight, man. He was able to chase down and execute on a couple of the kills that had been set up with the combo from the Pulse Bomb that Bunny used. Now they just need to hold the point, though. It's so close, 99% already. There's a sound barrier used by BK Stars as they try to hold on. If they can survive through the overtime, they'll take this one in the end anyway. And Meta Athena kind of streaming in a little bit one by one. The coordination is a bit suspect right now.
Yeah, they're just losing members constantly. Chris is going to go down now. Sire Player just respawning. He's going to be dashing his way back into the pit with that Tracer. Should be able to arrive to deny, but Meta, they're just losing way too many players.
Yeah, here we go. Nano Boost onto Burner just to help secure that one. Saya Player is trying to be elusive right now. He's not dead quite yet, but he's not on the point. And BK Stars will come back and claim Ruins in the end. It was a close affair. I think we're in for a pretty good best of 5.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just the one trade back there, BK getting the initial cap. Meta, they get it. They hold it for so long, but just can't close it out in the end. Really good stuff by BK coming in with that recapture.
Yeah. Wow. Well, you know, it was well played for the most part by Meta Athena. I think the swap to the Reaper was a really good idea, and it worked well against Alarm's Winston for a large part of that. It made it a little bit tougher for the Genji to get close to if he didn't have the Reflect up. But, you know, in the end, BK Stars, I think, just kind of staying calm, finding the right fight, and then just able to hold it that little bit longer. So I feel like we kind of saw the veteran status of BK Stars kind of coming in there at the end.
Yeah, and you can see Bunny. Last time we spotted him on this Tracer back in the semifinals.
Dude, he is so good on that Tracer.
Absolutely destroyed. So, I mean, showing that yet again here today as we move over onto Lighthouse. Already BK posturing up inside of the point, and they're getting a pretty firm hold here. Who just stuck in the corner. Loses half of his HP, but looks like he will be able to back off. But without Alpha, they don't have many ways to push in. But a lot of picks are coming through for Meta. They take out 3 members of BK Stars.
Yeah, you know, it was just a big brawl in the on the control point, but in the end, you know, Meta Athena, the ones coming out with the kills. We saw like Bunny miss his hook, Alarm just standing there with the shield, and Saya Player helping clean up.
He's got the Pulse Bomb, doesn't want to throw it out onto the mech in case it gets eaten, but it doesn't matter. They'll go ahead, they'll take out Bernard, and that should just be the cap coming through from Meta. So really good hold on them despite losing Alpha really early on into the push.
Yeah. Bunny coming in trying to get a bit of revenge. He's so low, though. I mean, he kind of just jumped in there by himself, and BK Star is paying for this one a little bit. Oh, goodbye. Alarm does go down, though. Libero fighting back on that Diva himself. They managed to take down Twinkle. So I mean, Meta Athena still should hold the point.
Yeah, I mean, BK Stars, like, they're not going to be able to cap yet, but honestly, those aren't the worst trades. Sion Player killed himself by picking up the kill onto Bunny with a Pulse Bomb, as well as Alpha, throwing out the Shockwave just to knock down Proof. Got the kill, but then lost his life, so now has to charge that Earth Shatter back up. So honestly, if you're BK Stars, that's not the worst change or exchange for you. But now you can see Hoon pushing forward, gets a really big Graviton Surge. Libero into the back line, looking for that self-destruct, won't be able to find it. Instead, he's going to get popped out of the mech.
Yeah, well, that one did land. Gets the mech back right away. Meanwhile, Carpe has a Nano Boost. Used that Tac Visor. Didn't get a ton out of it, though. BK Stars overall forced back. They're starting to make a little bit more progress, so Nano Boost, though, now onto Hoon.
Oh my God,
nice.
Saya!
Saya Player comes in with the Pulse Bomb. How in the world did he find that one?
Hopefully we get a replay of that one, Doa, because that was a magnificently placed Pulse Bomb. Picks up the triple kill just with the explosion alone, and then follows up with even more. The effective team kill coming out onto BK Stars and Meta. They hold firm with the point right now, 70% on the clock for them. Yep. And BK, this is looking pretty grim because they only have one ultimate. It's just the Earth Shatter. They used so much in that last exchange.
Yeah, they need to land a pretty epic one. He's going to try for it. Blocked, though. Not going to happen. Alarm does get charged. Oh, but nice sleep dart. Takes him down before the charge finishes. Bunny coming in for a little bit of revenge. He does find some kills, so it was enough disruption anyway from Alarm that BK Stars were able to get the kills and maybe take this point back again.
And Libero, he's flying around trying to delay as much as possible. Won't pop the self-destruct, just wants to wait for the rest of the team to come through. That will be BK capping for the first time, but it's 98% from Meta. You have to think that if they get the retake, then that might just be a victory coming through from them. So really long hold. Gonna have to come through for BK if they want to walk away with this first map. Again, this is a best of 3. This is not a best of 5.
Yep. That's right. Moon goes for that Graviton Surge. Wow, really just lobs it in there. And there's a big bang. Side player getting 1. Got a few other members fairly low. Libero, though, gets 3. And that's how you use the self-destruct, man. Meta Athena taking back the point. It looks like they may be able to tie this up. Yeah, they will.
Wow.
Ooh, that was a fight.
So, I mean, when one explosion doesn't work, use multiple explosions. So, you know, Pulse Bomb not getting a whole lot, but Libero having that self-destruct to really follow up.
Yeah.
Just absolutely annihilates BK Stars. So Meta really well fought on Lighthouse, controlled that, you know, almost the entire game.
I would say so. And BK Stars finds themselves possibly on the verge of losing this first map. 1-1 right now.
All comes down to well.
Yep. This one ended up pretty close. And I gotta say, it's funny to see, or it's fun rather, to see these two Tracer players just try to outdo each other. We've seen pretty good stuff from Bunny and Saya player. And it really has been kind of some of those big Tracer ult combos that have set up the wins here. Let's watch that last fight again.
Yeah, I mean, just really good Graviton Surge placement coming through from Hoon. Lines up into that double bang, I guess we could say. But, I mean, you don't even get the replay of the first one that Side player was able to throw out, getting that quad kill.
Yeah, sending right in the health pack there helps him get a little bit of a lead in the duel against Bunny. Smart little moves starting things off. Bunny has to be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, he's going low, almost going down. Looks like he will have the heals coming through. Libero just pushing forward into the face of the tank. Going to find Winston midair. There's a lot of headshots in, and Alarm, you just can't do anything after you use the leap.
Yeah, just a really good follow by Libero on that Diva, and it looks like BK Star is going to be able to take the point first. They managed to push Meta Athena back far enough anyway to take the point.
Yeah, I mean, that was looking really good for Meta to start things off, but BK, you know, they found their foundation right inside the point, and they're able to shove back, so really good hold by them. But, I mean, if we've learned anything from these first 2 maps so far, Doa, it's that there will be a recap from Meta. There very well could be a capture after that from BK, and it's just going to be back and forth throughout.
Carpe has the Dragon Blade. He's going to pull it out, going in, looking for the kill onto Anna, trying to find one. There's her reflect, avoiding the sleep dart, gets Nuss, comes back on after nearly falling to his death. Meanwhile, Saya player wins the Tracer duel, and now he's going to get a little bit more from kill on the Twinkle here. BK Stars fighting for their lives, but Meta Athena should be able to retake here.
Yeah, looks like it. Into the pit goes at Bernard's. Going to go ahead and execute himself so he can respawn with the rest of the team. So we got a decent hold on that. Almost 50% coming through for BK, but Meta now have 3 ultimates to use and almost have that Graviton Surge. We've already seen what they can do with that and the Pulse Bomb, but they still have that self-destruct to couple with it. So expect a very firm hold here from the Meta. They very well could push forward towards the spawn of BK.
Yeah, Nano Boost was used onto Alpha there. As BK Stars not, again, able to find the fight they were looking for.
Oh, poor Carpe.
Yeah, everybody jumps on the well.
He just wanted to get out of the pit, and they wouldn't let him.
Nope. Does happen. Carpe, not to be confused with carp, the oily freshwater fish that generally sits along the bottom of rivers or lakes. There you go. There's your carp education.
Fish facts of the day?
Yeah.
No?
It's carpe, not carps. Well, Hoon getting aggressive here. Looking for an opportunity. There's a Graviton Surge. Where's the follow-up? There's a Pulse Bomb. And no kills off of that. Maybe got a few people low enough to try to capitalize. Meanwhile, Carpe's got the Nano Boost. Dragon Blade ready to go. Going to go in now, look for a couple kills, see what he can find.
Not finding a whole lot of anything.
Nothing.
Almost goes down into the well. He's going to lose the Dragon Blade and that Nano Boost. Now dashing forward, has a big deflect coming in. Let's pick up a kill onto Chris, but he's going to pay for it with his own life as Libero takes him out. And it looks like Meta Athena might just be able to hold the point for a bit longer. They still have Saya player just dashing around, making sure that BK can't get any percentage up on the board.
Yeah, I mean, this Genji for BK Stars has not been working out. Carpe really has not been able to get a lot of kills with the Dragon Blade, put on a lot of pressure. Libero just pops a self-destruct just to hold the point a little bit longer. BK Stars coming back in again.
Self-destruct coming through now.
Yeah. Oh, wow, he got Prove. Whoa, big mistake for Prove to get caught there. Didn't see how that maybe happened. Not sure if he got stuck in a kind of a rough situation, but either way, that is not a loss that they can afford right now.
Definitely not.
Goodbye.
Right? Just going to be losing more and more members. It's into overtime, 99% here for Meta. Just need to hold on a little bit longer. And yeah, with the kills coming through, I mean, Bunny, he's trying to dash his way back. They know that he's coming in, though. He will get a kill onto Chris, but still, he needs to play like an absolute hero at the moment if he wants to elongate this game. But it looks like it's not going to happen. Meta Athena, they hold on to it, and that's going to be map 1.